Emma accidentally cut her finger, thinking it was just a minor injury. But what happened next would completely transform her life. Her newly transplanted hair suddenly seemed to develop a consciousness of its own, as hundreds of strands eagerly pierced into the wound, greedily drinking her blood. At first, Emma dismissed it as her imagination. However, during dinner, when a strand of hair accidentally fell onto her plate, she was horrified to discover the sauce had been completely drained. In that moment, she realized the hair she'd recently gotten at a Thai salon might harbor some unspeakable curse. Emma's childhood had been far from happy. When she was young, her careless mother mistook pesticide for shampoo, causing severe burns to Emma's scalp. This accident prevented her from growing long hair like everyone else, forcing her to hide her scars with puffy short hair. This childhood trauma followed her into adulthood, where her career stalled and colleagues mocked her appearance. Despite years of diligent work, she remained an outsider at her company. Eventually, even her boyfriend decided she wasn't good enough for him and callously broke up with her. This series of blows made Emma determined to change her appearance. She took her entire savings and walked into a renowned Thai hair salon. Inside were displays of various human hair allegedly imported from Thailand. Philip, the owner, assured her that every client who had received hair transplants there invariably became the center of attention. Moved by his words, Emma immediately selected a glossy black hairstyle and eagerly requested the transplant procedure. What she didn't anticipate was how painful the process would be. Philip tied back her existing hair and, without anesthesia, implanted the new strands into her scalp one needle at a time. Despite the unbearable pain, Emma persisted for the sake of beauty, eventually passing out from the agony. When she awoke, the person in the mirror was completely transformed, breathtakingly beautiful. She felt all the suffering had been worthwhile. Before leaving, Philip specifically warned her that this hair must never come in contact with water or it would fall out, and could only be maintained with special essential oils. When the transformed Emma returned to her company, she instantly became the center of attention. Colleagues looked at her with new respect, and even the female co-workers viewed her differently. Emma basked in the joy of her newfound beauty, completely unaware of the nightmare this mysterious Thai hair would soon bring. Soon, Emma discovered the hair's abnormality: it could consume blood. Beyond witnessing the horrifying scene of her hair draining sauce from her plate, something even more terrifying happened when her drunk landlord burst into her room. The landlord had come to collect rent, but upon seeing her enchanting hair, he developed sinister intentions and tried to assault her. In the desperate moment, Emma grabbed a knife and stabbed him in the shoulder. That's when her hair, catching the scent of blood, began to stir, wrapping around the landlord and dragging him to the floor. When Emma turned and saw what was happening, she was chilled to the bone. Her hair had penetrated his wound and, in just minutes, sucked him into a dried corpse. To cover up the crime, Emma threw the body downstairs. Strangely, the next day the police couldn't determine the cause of death. However, having tasted human blood, the hair grew increasingly uncontrollable. That night, when Emma's period began, the eerie hair detected the scent of blood and slowly crept toward her private area. A greater nightmare was just beginning.